didn't get to see it.
Can I do the review?
So here's the life story. There
What's going on here? Why did you whisper? Okay. Okay, wait, and go.
Alright, let's just start here.
I kind of like that.
Let's do the review now.
Okay, start at 40.
Harry Potter.
And now. Okay, we're going to do it.
Let's just start talking about it, you know?
Okay, let's do it.
We're filming it, and then I'll edit it, and it'll make sense and stuff like that.
Hello, okay, this is our group, the movie forum. And so basically, this was someone's idea to do movie reviews. And so, this is our first review, so we don't really know what we're doing right now, so this is kind of like a pilot episode for young people. But, by who? Viewers. But, yeah, so our first review is Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows. Part 2. The new one. It's not. Yeah, anyways, let's get into the review. Do you have a book reader? Any guy who watched the movie? Reading? Yeah. I didn't read the book. I read the first 4 books and then that was it. I'm an avid reader, so you read all of them. So, from a book reader's point of view, how do you like the movie? I liked it a lot. It was just basically a straight telling of the movie. Yeah. I appreciated how they hit on strong points and stuff like that, and really played up the whole emotional thing with James and Lois, because that's what I was really looking forward to, because it was so heartfelt and sweet. There were parts that were in the book that I thought should have been included in the movie, like at the end where he just throws away the Elder Wand. Yeah. He's supposed to have this whole point about, well, I like my original wand the best and stuff like that, but it's broken and there's no way to repair it, because remember in part 1 how it's broken? Yeah. He figures that, hey, this is the most powerful wand in the world, it should be able to do something, so he repairs his own wand in the book with the Elder Wand, and keeps that, and then I think he buries the Elder Wand with Dumbledore. Not Dobby. Anyway, with Dumbledore, because he's got mad respect for Dumbledore and stuff like that. Yeah. Which was okay, because it's teaching that power isn't everything, and that's the whole key theme with Harry Potter that I think they really hit on strongly with all of the films, that it's just love and friendship, especially with the fifth one, which I've said a lot. That's what I heard. Speaking of, there will be spoilers in this video, the one is in mind. Yeah. So watch the movie before you watch the movie first, and you can watch it. I might be able to get on YouTube, but yeah, but yeah, that's what I heard, that the ending was good. I heard in the book he actually tells Voldemort that the wand is not powerful. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, what happens is there's supposed to be a whole crowd gathered around them while they're duking it out and stuff like that. Given that they were apparating and flying throughout the castle, I don't think that they did that first one. I've got so much to talk about. Alright, so basically, it's supposed to be when he died, Harry, he basically put what his mom put on him, a love charm, on all of the people that he died for. So none of Voldemort's spells affected them anymore. He was trying to, they were all yelling and stuff at Voldemort when Harry's fighting him. And then Voldemort's supposed to, cast Silencio, which is supposed to quiet them all, but they keep yelling, and he's, getting freaked out and can't figure out what's going on. And then Harry's supposed to be in control, telling him what's what, and he's like, I made this sacrifice, and now the love that my mom had for me, that covered me, it now covers all of them.
and they don't have to be afraid of you anymore. Because that was the thing about it. They
That
just
sounds a lot more deeper.
It really was. It was very deep, and it was sort of like a parallel of what Christ and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if Rowling meant to do that, but
David Yates, the director, is not doing a lot of movies, which I think is the best director that's made a lot of movies.
I don't know.
David Yates,
Third one,
is great.
this Colombian dude was remarkable.
Christopher Columbus?
No,
Columbus?
no, it's this Latino guy that came in and only did the third one.
That's why only the third one.
I don't know, from a,
So good.
I guess from a movie person's point of view, because, I don't know,
Yeah, I read the first 4 books.
Yeah, and I didn't read any.
And I stopped reading them after that, so I've seen all of them, and that's about it.
Yeah, but unlike you, Alex, I never was really into the series when I was, especially when it first started, like 10 years ago. No, I was never really into them, and then until a few years ago, recently, I started watching. I watched the first one, like, oh, it's pretty cool. So I started watching. They had like a marathon.
Yeah.
So I watched that, and then I watched like half of it straight on like HBO or something. And so I don't know. I thought it was cool. I was kind of into me. I'm an action person that gets effect stuff.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I was kind of in it for the.
They have good effects.
Yeah, I was in it for the effects, but the thing, I don't know. I heard a lot of people say the third one was their favorite.
I love the third one.
I don't know. I've heard they don't like the I hate that one.
I don't know. For
That's
me,
that's the worst one I think of all.
I don't know. For me, because
this is about part 7 though.
Yeah, it is. So okay. The only thing that I have to say about the third one is I appreciate it so much because it has so much foreshadow.
It's
and
very
all
cool. It's very cool.
tie in at the end.
Yeah, it is
And it all
cool.
makes sense. It's like the smartest
The ending's very
of the
abrupt.
Potter movies.
yeah, but the thing about the third one, I guess,
It is
kind
very
of,
abrupt.
it has to do with the seventh one, but I don't know. Like, it kind of took me by surprise. Like the first 2, they had these big climaxes at the end with big battles and stuff like that. And the third one didn't really have that, so I was like, okay, kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then the fifth one came out, and they had like nonstop stuff going on. And then the sixth one was just over
Well,
here.
I think that's the beautiful thing about the Potter films because it's following a boy growing up.
Yeah.
And sometimes in life you're not going to have those climactic or those things where it feels like a chapter is closing or something like that.
Yeah.
And it is just a waiting process. So I think that the thing about the whole third one is it's just, well, he wants to be with Sirius so bad he just discovered that it's the closest thing to parents that he's ever had. He wants to experience that so bad, but he has to wait. And then when we get to the fifth one, Sirius dies, and he never gets to experience that.
I think that's
the seventh one for me. I don't know. Part one. Well, I guess the sixth one. I don't know. I liked it because it was maybe the fastest paced one of the series up to that point. But then this one, the seventh one, they like pulled it all stop.
Yeah, it was
Like,
quicker.
I don't know. It started off a little like the calm, the first 5 minutes, maybe
Yeah.
calm, and then it just took off the nonsense. So that's what I think I just appreciate that.
It wasn't as triumphant as I wanted it to be. Like, with Neville when he gets the sword out of the hat.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got that long scene of just him chasing the snake and stuff and taking a really long time to finally get at it. In the book, Voldemort's supposed to like capture Neville and bring him out in front of everybody, and he captures him in this invisible cage with Nagini, the snake. And then to like make fun of Hogwarts like tradition and stuff, he puts the sorting hat on him and he says that we're not sorting anymore now, everyone's in Slytherin. And like the snake's supposed to eat Neville and the hat. But then Neville pulls the sword out of the hat because he's a true Gryffindor and he's brave and stuff like that, and just slashes the snake's head, and Voldemort's like, it's just magic. It's like in the second one. Remember when he was in the Chamber of Secrets? And Dumbledore was like, help will always be given at Hogwarts, and I loved how they reiterated that scene and he added to it.
For part 2, my pros about part 2 that I like about part 2 was had about 3 or 4 very powerful beat moments in it.
Yeah, I love that.
The snake scene I appreciate a lot. That was a great scene. One more scene was the scene between Ron's mom and
Bellatrix?
yeah.
That was in the book too.
That was a great point. That was a very good I thought powerful scene too.
Yeah.
Mom, my mother's, English woman that grows children. Son. But there was those 2, and then there was one more that was really like that beat, and that was between I think it was when Snape died. That scene, yeah, that was I didn't cry now.
No, I mean,
That whole Dumbledore scene was really like this too. The dialogue was so well written, and like every
whole
single little
backstory was
tiny
great.
thing that he'd say was meaningful. They were supposed to have a background story for Dumbledore as well, about the young boy that we see jump out of the window of those visions, who's stealing the Elder Wand.
who was it?
He was best friends with Dumbledore way back when, and they mentioned him in the very first film. They said that Dumbledore is noted for defeating the Dark Wizard Grindelwald, and that was like his best friend. That's where the question of Dumbledore's sexuality comes in, because then they might have been sort of like homosexual lovers or something like that. We're not sure.
But I heard.
But anyways, he became a master of the Elder Wand, and Dumbledore defeated him in a duel, and became the master of the Elder Wand. But the thing was that both of them were writing when they were young and imagining, and Dumbledore wasn't quite the figure that he is as he's older. They're obsessed with finding the Deathly Hallows, and they didn't mention that at all in the movies. That when Dumbledore was younger, he was solely obsessed with finding the Deathly Hallows and becoming like masters of the world and stuff. And he didn't have the same view about Muggles and stuff. He thought that Feared Blood should have been top. And that's another like life lesson. They're just jam packed with them. How like you really do change and stuff, and don't fully judge a person until the end.
Well, I got I kind of, some stuff gets took out. Again, you have to understand it is a movie, and this kind of crowd, I don't know, there's some things you have to take when you're directing, when you're in a movie, and I think what they did,
they did a great job, yeah.
And I appreciate, like I said, with the non-stop action stuff, but when it like slowed down at one part, where when he died and everything, the whole backstory, I didn't like that. That was like amazing.
That was one of my least favorite parts of the movie.
The what?
When he fully died.
When Harry died?
Playing very well. I mean, for somebody who has not read the book, like me, I saw
really?
it.
You
I
didn't
saw it,
understand
and
that at
I
all?
was like, is he dead? Where's he at?
Well, no, Mr. Montagna got that, and he hadn't even seen the first 6 films.
I know, but like watching that movie, okay.
No,
But I mean, like, you don't know.
Well,
I mean, is he dead or is he alive? You know.
Well, I mean, I
It's
got
explained
that.
perfectly. There's a little
After,
baby
yeah,
under
once he
there.
wakes
Like,
up,
that's
once he
Voldemort.
wakes up.
That's it.
Well, I got.
Oh gosh,
Well,
that sequence was beautiful.
Well, I got that, but I mean, back about. Yeah, but anyway, that part where it did slow down, I could appreciate that it actually meant that, like you said, big backstory and everything.
That was good.
I didn't think anything of like, oh, this is boring. It's some fight scene.
Back to Dumbledore's background story, though. That pain of the girl, that was his sister, and he accidentally wounded her because he got in a fight with his best friend Grindelwald in their house, and that led to her death. And he blamed himself for her death and stuff like that. And in the 6th one, when he's drinking the water, and the potion's supposed to make you like relive your worst memories, and he was reliving the death of his sister. That wasn't explained at all, but he shouts "kill me" when he's in the cave and stuff like that, because he wanted to replace his sister and have his sister live and him die. But they really didn't do Dumbledore's story justice.
Yeah, I think they didn't really like
They
something.
just made background story justice in that sense.
That was really good.
Like some things I know kind of stuck out. Like I didn't really understand. Like what you said, the girl in the cave, whatever that. Then the part like I didn't fully I knew Harry died, but I didn't fully understand how he came back. I thought it had something to do with that whole stone thing. That
Resurrection
me,
stone?
that was poorly done.
Yeah, I think that was one part that was strange. Because even I explained to some other guy that talked to that saw the movie, and they didn't really get it. And I tried to explain to them, and I was like, well, I don't really
get it, but it wasn't
Well,
like,
it's because he wasn't really
enough,
dead.
you know.
He wasn't really dead.
Well, then what happened to him?
He went to a place, King's Cross, the station that you go to go to Hogwarts, and it was all in his head, I guess. But he could choose to either pass on, like when you die, they in the Wizarding world they like explain that you get a choice to either move on to the afterlife, I guess, or stay on Earth and remain as a ghost.
Yeah.
But since he wasn't really dead, he could either decide to return to his body or go on. And there's 2 ways that the king was going. So he decided to man up and save those who he loved.
I guess that was part of something I guess the directors writing because they didn't really. Well, they kind of did where he like have to go back, whatever. But they didn't really fully explain.
That's the thing, though. I really appreciated it, though, that they didn't try explaining too much, though, because it feels like 7 and 8 were directly meant for the fans and the readers of the book. And it's just because we've endured so much of them cutting things out through all of the other movies that this was just strictly made for the book readers. I know.
You bookers have to understand.
But that's why they made it 2, and they said that that's why they made 2 parts. And they were just trying to please the book readers and the avid fans and the people that really deserve to get a good film. And not have to waste time being explained to them.
But also, I mean, we've been watching movies for 10 years now. I think they've also.
Right, but it's the difference of spending 2 hours watching a movie and spending like a month reading a book.
Yeah,
Look at more
dedication.
Exactly. You guys know more. You don't.
Yeah, and that's why the movie was for us.
But still doing things with movies or whatever. Honestly, I don't really remember a lot what happened in like 6 or 5 or whatever. And even though we had a little marathon or whatever, I still so much stuff changed.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
So I can't remember exactly what happened then. But I like even with the Snake backstory, everything like
That sums up the whole series.
Yeah, they went back to the first movie, second movie, and all that, and
It shows you how he looks at him.
So
I think as you know already, I was kind of like disappointed in this one. I wanted it to be a little bigger of an epic battle. Yeah, I mean, like this is the last movie. This is where it all ends right here. You know what I'm saying? So it all ends right here. It should be more, I think, of bigger. You know, I mean, you see the battle here and there a little bit, but it wasn't like.
Well, that's not the main point.
I know it's not. I know it's not. But the whole storyline is.
The whole storyline is
Baltimore and
no,
Harry.
It's not between them. The whole storyline is Harry, and from Harry's point of view, it follows Harry, and you don't get to see anything else of what Harry
The
experienced.
villain, the bad guy is Harry Potter and Voldemort. That's the main.
Yeah, that's the main showdown. But
exactly.
The thing is that the whole series has just been following Harry.
Even that wasn't that big.
It wasn't even big in the book though. It's just basically a final showdown. And that's the thing. Harry Potter's not about action. It's about morals and love and friendship. So that's what defeated Voldemort.
The way that they pulled it off, I don't think was it.
Yeah, they didn't stress enough how much Harry was in control and understood what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to give like a big long speech and spiel to Voldemort at the end, explaining like how you don't understand love and stuff like that, and how it's defeated you.
Well, I think this is none of that.
Yeah. I think the dialogue could have been a lot better right there too.
I could see, but I think it was just more of a film at this point. I just think the rest of the movie not to have the big awesome thing at the end like
My biggest thought out of this movie was you have 3 main characters in the book. Okay, these people have grown. No, you have what's his name, Fred, the little guy, okay, and they killed Harry off on his own, and he kills them again after he's back from where
Their dead body.
Yeah, and they're dead already.
That's the
it's
thing,
like,
though.
I mean,
it's
happened? I wanted to see
from
that
Harry's
happen.
point of view.
Yeah.
They're not going to show you stuff that Harry's not experiencing.
But in the movie, though, I mean,
And that's
the
the other
you want to be
thing.
deeper.
Ooh, light the story. No. Okay. You're right. Listen to you. I'll listen to you, and then I'll give you my explanation.
No.
I got a great explanation for this.
Keep that in there.
Hold on.
Keep it.
All right.
What I was saying was that you have these 3 main characters of the movie, okay?
That we've all grown to love.
Exactly.
And you wanted to experience
And,
their death.
well, I wanted
and you're
to-
disappointed because you didn't get to see it.
Can I do the review thing?
So here's the life story.
Cut me off.
There are times in life where
Are you really gonna do this in the
the
review?
people that you love,
Seriously?
you don't get to experience your last goodbye with them, and that's a hard lesson. And
I didn't say I
and
had
I
to
think the
experience
movie
those lots
really
of them.
taught it to us well. It's like I love that character. I would have wished to see him go out in style and stuff like that, but I didn't. And Harry's thinking the same exact thing. I didn't get to experience this. So you're experiencing what Harry feels. That disappointment.
So Harry's like an entry for the audience.
Exactly. You're supposed to relate totally to the main character.
Was it in the book? Was it in the book?
Nope, they didn't explain
Fred
how they
died in
died.
the book.
Well, yeah,
Fred,
they
yeah.
didn't explain how they died at all. They just had the dead bodies, and Harry's like, "Oh my gosh, all these people are dying for me. I need to man up and go out there, sacrifice myself. My love will carry them."
That was laughable. Ron's Oscar's brother, right?
Yeah,
He's Oscar's brother, and all of a sudden now he's like back to being fine. It seems like 5 minutes later.
fighting. He wasn't fine.
He seemed pretty fine.
He was fighting.
Him and
fighting
Hermione were
for his
pretty.
life.
Him and Hermione were pretty, on their own thing, doing their own thing. It seemed like.
That was before the battle, though. When they
No,
got in
after
the Chamber of
the
Secrets.
After the battle.
I actually agree with you.
Once Neville kills the King right there, they're like, all like, no more everything. After you on Marley. You lost a brother. I mean, God.
Well, I agree with what you're saying. I wish they.
He was wailing and crying when he saw the dead body, though. So he got that scene down.
Well, I mean, the part where they showed the people that did die, even though from Harry's point of view, I thought they still could have maybe lingered on that maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it had more of an impact.
Sort of carry on about how bad he feels.
Like, even if they didn't show how they died.
That's the difficult thing, because so much of that movie was just an internal battle, so it's hard to bring that to the screen. You just have to relate to the character and understand where he's coming from, and then you understand.
I don't know. I think for a movie, you need to see something, obviously, and I think that was a big problem for me. I mean, you want to cry, you want to be emotional, you want to be, really going through your characters and everything, but for me, I couldn't really get into that much because they don't really show you what happens. That's showing you like Snape. That was great. That whole thing was great. I thought.
Yeah.
But
Alan Rickman, people are saying they really did more to that.
Yeah, he really did.
The dedication he had to this whole series.
Yeah, I think Harry. I mean, it's cool seeing 3 little kids grow up in 10 years, and now they're all
really
fighting and killing each other.
I will say that the effects were really good. The effects were great. Beyond, like the effects, obviously from the past 6 of them. I mean, the effects have gotten, phenomenal.
Yeah, I think so.
The acting's gotten better. Everything's great, but it's like I was expecting a little more of a bigger ending.
Voldemort, did you find Voldemort kind of, I don't know, maybe more animated like? He was more fun than this one. And I like that, but I mean,
He's okay, yeah.
I know that he's getting weaker.
Well,
he's not as powerful as he was in Goblet of Fire or
Whatever. He seemed more comical in this one.
He seemed more comical, but there were times where there's just really dark character. Like when he went in Gringotts, and he had all of them dead, and all those bodies, the Goblin bodies, and the blood was all over the place and stuff.
But then I think they kind of did the bad guy cliche, the part where he got mad at just some random guy who just killed him like that. And he killed, that's kind of a bad guy cliche. Oh, right, this guy's evil. Let's have him kill some random person.
Evil. You get to see that in every movie, though. And that's the thing. Cliches are cliches because they work.
I don't know, maybe.
Not all the time, though.
Yeah, it's gimmicky at times, but it still gets the message across.
No, but he was a good.
So, out of, what do you give it?
Oh, well, as a book reader, I give it a 10 out of 10 because it delivered everything that I wanted.
You can't grade it on normal movies because it's based on the book. You can't do that. So.
I don't know, I'd give it a maybe 8.5. But, yeah, it had those faults or whatever, but I think I enjoyed this movie more than I enjoyed any of the other three probably.
I think I like the first part better. To me, it had more emotion.
I don't know. This one's
deeper.
Alright.
I don't know.
Dobby and it was more deeper, I thought.
I don't know. I thought the first one, especially that campfire, I know like it was like that in the book.
Yeah.
It was worse in the book.
It was worse in the book, but
It flowed good in the movie.
Chapters of one chapter.
It flowed good.
No, but in the movie it kind of slowed down for me, that part or whatever. So this movie where it slowed down, I didn't really feel that. I thought, okay, this is really good. So I think I like this one better than part 1.
I think I had more dialogue.
Yeah.
Ron and Harry, that was a great scene. You don't have a family, whatever. That was great. That was a great scene, I thought. So,
Maybe because everything was happening under the house.
yeah.
We're wrapping up.
I liked part 1 better than part 2. But my review, overall score for it would probably be probably 7.5 out of 10.
So watch that movie. After that,
Yeah.
higher than that.